Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it's time for a full body workout, but a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below and leave a comment, be greatly appreciated. Let's get over to it. I did put this one kind of warm up set in here, right, with the 305. So here's what I did today. Like I said already, I've been doing some singles with 405, but I'm also I do want to start working towards some top sets with it now that I feel like I've adapted to the running, squatting's coming back up. Now that I'm kind of just staying at the same body weight, I'm used to the running, moderating the volumes on it. I feel like I can get my squat to come back up now. So I'm like, let's go ahead and just do, a top set. So I put 405 on it. I'm like, let's just take it to an actual work set and see if we can get some good reps in here. And I did. So again, we know I've definitely been sandbagging on the squatting, although I felt like my upper back was limiting me and stuff. But as I've been working on the stuff to let my shoulders heal, I've been adding the rows back in. The rows really translate to my big three a lot, I've noticed, and I have to admit that when I went over to nothing but pull-ups. I do feel like maybe my upper back didn't get everything that I might have wanted, but the rows will help. And as you guys know, I'm taking out all the overhead stuff. I wanted to do pull-ups and incline bench so bad today, but I'm like, no, I want to let all that old inflammation in the shoulders go away, because I can still work the muscles with benching and rowing and everything. But I'm trying to not do anything to where I go up over my head until I can get that range of motion restored. So I'm just going to do band work and some mobility things and stuff. Band pull aparts, mostly supine grip band pull aparts, trying to open all that up and just let it all heal, right? Let all of it heal. And then see if eventually we can get that overhead range of motion restored, because I want to be able to overhead press. And I almost feel like, man, I could incline in place of that right now. But I chose not to today. I'm just going to do the band press downs for now. That's what I did today. Like I said, any day I don't incline, I'll just do the band press downs. Benching went good though. So that triple felt really good with the 315. I've been PRing the back off set. I've kind of the last few workouts, I've only done the one back off set, and I've been hitting PRs on it. It's been getting stronger. So I'm like, okay. This one I didn't get a rep PR, but I went up another 5 pounds. So it's like, I was doing 275, I got 7. I'm like, okay, instead of 5 or 6, we're good. So we're improving, right? So then I went up to 280 and got 7. So I went 285 today and I got 6, right? Nice, clean work set of 6. So happy with it. I think it was 6. I might need to count it. I counted it as 6 in my head. It wasn't a failure or anything, but it felt good. So I'm like, okay, we're on a good track here. And 2 sets of bench. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I've told people, look, 6 work sets works. Because, this is like 3 workouts in a row where I've only done 2 sets. I'm only doing 2 sets, but it's 3 times a week. But it's only 6 sets from my chest. But it's going up, so I can't complain. Although I don't know how long I can hold off on the incline. I feel like I need to work some incline in, right? Feel like I need to work some incline in soon. But I want to make sure that my shoulders are healthy. I feel like I get a lot out of incline benching in terms of carry over to my bench. So deadlift, we got 5 reps there. We're back to making progress again, right? I was doing triples. I managed to squeeze out 4 last time. I got 5 today. With the 500 on the stiff bar, so the deadlift is coming back up now finally, right? After the cutting, after adapting to all the running. But I'm still going to continue to trim a little leaner. I want to just recomp for a bit. So for those who keep asking, I just want to kind of chill about this body weight, recomp for just a little bit, and then we'll start chipping back down a little bit. But I feel like I've recomped. We're staying same weight, and we're getting stronger again. I feel like I'm getting fuller. So we should be seeing some recomposition. I think all the fasted cardio probably helps a super clean diet. The rows, I PR'd last time. So I'm like, okay, I went up in weight. Now, I didn't get PRs here because I got 10s last time, but I upped the weight and got 10s doing the really strict rows. So I'm trying to do these as strict as possible. And these were still pretty strict, right? Minimizing any cheating, very, very little. So it's pretty much a pen lay row, as it's often called. But, barbell rows are always off the floor. Definition of a barbell row is off the floor. Bent over row isn't off the floor. But I went up from 230. I went 230 for 10s last time on the strict ones. Obviously, I can go heavier if I cheat a lot heavier. but I went up to 245. So I put 15 pounds on and got 3 sets of 8. So we're good there. So I did 3 sets of that. Then for curls, I'm like, well, I did 3 sets of rows. I'm only going to do a couple sets of barbell curls, but I increased the weight here. Right, I went up another 5, and I managed to get 10. Right, so I got 2 sets of 10, and I couldn't get an 11th rep. Right, because I bumped it last time, and I got 12 and 12, and then I bumped after weight increases. So I went up last time. I got like 10, 10, and 11. So I'm like, okay, I think I can go 5 more. I couldn't get 11 on any of them, so they were 10 reps of failure, but I'm in a good place there. So I feel like, the 2 sets of hard bicep work, probably enough. I did 3 last time. So again, we could argue if that ends up being only 6 sets a week, but I'm doing rows. It's not like the rows don't work biceps. So still a good amount of volume. I ended up doing a set of band curls though anyways after the press downs. But one of the things I'm doing just for now, I'm like, well, since I'm not getting a whole lot of pressing volume, I am pushing the band press downs a little bit hard on my training days, and I'm not doing them on the off days at the moment. I'm not doing that. I'm going to let everything heal. But I do feel like maybe the top set of benching isn't improving, and the top sets of the other stuff is. So I almost wonder if my triceps might be getting a little too much, because we're doing 3 or 4 sets every workout of these. That's more than 10 sets of the band work to failure. And it may be a little bit much fatigue with the other pressing. I don't know. That's the thing I'm noticing. When I do lower volumes, I tend to do better. No matter what's happening, I tend to get stronger historically. And I love to push a lot of times at really high volumes because I feel like I need it. But I know that I tend to get stronger and more jacked personally on a bit lower volume, as long as I'm pushing everything hard, historically. So it's getting my head around the idea of, look, can we come in and do full body 3 days a week and not really do more than 3 sets for a muscle, or 4 sets in a single workout, done 3 times a week. So again, having to tell myself to mitigate the volume, because part of me is it's not enough, but I'm like, the back off bench work is progressing. The deadlifts, the squats, they're coming back up. Right, they're coming back up, and it's not like I'm blasting gear or anything. It's an explanation, so that's definitely not it. I'm not bulking, so I feel like we're in a good spot with the recovery. Probably recomping okay. There was a longer break there. I did something else, and then I came back and did the band work. So I got a lot of reps on this 4th one. I was losing reps rapidly, but this ended up being a longer break, and then I came back and did another set, and then finished everything up. I had a few interruptions, have a couple things going on. But I got that done. Then I did a set of band curls, right? I'm like, well, let's go ahead and I already got the other bands out. Let's just do some band curls and, finish off, get a good pump there, help the tendons a little bit, right? A little bit of work for the tendons. And then, of course, we finish up afterwards with the sled. So that's kind of my thing. If I'm looking at total sets, squat and deadlift, does it count as my whole leg? I think so. Does the sled count as the whole leg? Do we count it all as quad and hamstring? I think we should. I think I will. So that gives me 9 sets for my lower body for the week, if I do it that way. 3 sets. But they're hard sets, and I think people forget that. They're like, could an all-out set of squats and deadlifts done once a week, 3 times a week each, be enough? And it's like, yeah, I think you can grow off of that just fine. I think you can, especially given the nature of the intensity of the exercises. Because again, progressive overload really is our driver, and we know even low volumes still can produce phenomenal muscle growth as long as intensities are high enough. But keep in mind, I'm not that low really. We're not really that low. Again, it's still a workout with a set of sled sprints after a hard set of squats and deadlifts. That's still a lot of work, guys. Plus then I run on the other days. But yeah, and then just because I'm trying to make all these 10 minutes, I've got to go into why. It's helpful on one of my platforms, the Facebook mainly. It likes them to be 10 minutes. So I re-put the deadlift in so you guys can see the beautiful deadlift again just to reach that. Great set of deadlifts, though. Really happy with it. Felt good. I was surprised. I started doing it. Man, I don't have a PR in here from the previous, but I did when I got there. I'm like, I knew I could get. When I got to rep 3, I'm like, I think I can get 5. And when I got 4, I'm like, I know I can get 5. So we did it, right? And happy with it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.